wait. Cara, you're so wait. Cara, you're so wait. So you challenge Charlotte to a match?
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for Talkamania! It's Rusev Day! I'm not finished with you! That, my friend, is gonna leave a mark! I love black guys!
Where are you, Dango?
All before you were wearing a training bra.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episodic adventure of Talkamania. I'm your host, Dez, here with my tag team partner, J-Bomb. Say hello, J-Bomb.
Hey, what's up, dude? This is different. We're actually face-to-face today.
We've never seen each other before.
Dude, you don't look at all like you sound.
I know, I'm quite uglier.
How you doing, man?
Doing good. And what J-Bomb meant is this is the first live recording where we are face-to-face in the same studio.
Yeah.
So to give you a bit of a background, Jay and I grew up, were, I guess, childhood friends. Life happened, we separated, and we rekindled on our love for pro wrestling. Other things as well, too, but those are a bit more adult
Yeah, boys.
Yeah. But, so here we are. We live miles and miles apart, but we're in the same
legitimately other sides of the city. Well, the city separates the two of us, so we're even further from that.
Right. So we're kind of like, got Montreal. I'm kind of on the outskirts on the South Shore, and he's way off on the island.
In the boonies.
But
I got kids.
It's very nice. He's got kids. He's got to retire, right? So, yeah. But, it's been an interesting week. We've had Raw Smackity Smack, and we saw on Monday the last chance qualification match for the women.
Yeah, it's been dragging on. These, they had the qualifying matches to start, and then they kind of just, kept giving everybody second chances.
Well, that's it. And I remember Kurt Angle saying, to people who were asking for chances, oh, no, this is the last week for qualifying. But that went on for week after week after week.
There's so many WWE superstars, you would think that they wouldn't have to give the same ones chances over and over and over.
Yeah, I know, that's it. And then it just kind of seems a bit odd, the way they pick and choose who they're giving second chances to.
Do you think it was their attempt to, make you guess, so it wouldn't be like an A versus a C, so that you would know the A was going to obviously win? Or
maybe, because, they gave Sonya Deville a second chance, but they didn't give Mandy Rose one, so it's
Mandy Rose.
Right, you like her intro?
I like everything about Mandy Rose.
So, little piece of news for you, J-Bomb, because I know you liked her so much, but the whole Emelina gimmick?
Yes, I know this.
Yeah, so Mandy Rose is apparently in that Emelina
She's
gimmick.
Emelina.
Yeah, where she comes out to the ring, she has that kind of, that filter.
It's
porn music.
It's porny.
Yeah, it's porny.
Yeah.
It's definitely porny.
I like porn.
We're okay with it.
I love porn.
Yeah, 2 Talkamania thumbs up.
4.
Yeah.
4, because we can see each other.
Yeah, 4
It's weird. I'm looking deep into your eyes.
Mm.
We're enjoying some bevies.
We are. Well, he's enjoying alcoholic beverage. I'm enjoying an energetic beverage for the time being. I will be drinking a bit later, but for now, we are here and we are going to deliver our usual wrestling roundup.
Our bullshit.
So, talking about the women's Money in the Bank match, we saw the final match this week, and when they have a gauntlet match, I'm always wondering how they determine who comes out when. I guess they made it seem like it was randomized this week, right?
Sure.
Because, I think the stat is whoever comes out last almost always wins, and I guess it kind of makes sense because they're the most fresh, right?
Yeah, but that's that's if you use that strategy of thinking, then 30 should always win in the Royal Rumble, right?
Well, yeah, I guess so. But I think also it's so we know by now Sasha Banks won this match. People watched it. We know she's the last entrant. A lot of people are like, what? Doesn't make sense. Heels versus face. A lot of people thought it would be Ruby Riott, and Ruby Riott put on a good showing.
I think she deserved it.
I think she did deserve it. She put on a good match. The match itself, it only really became a match, I think, halfway through it.
Yeah.
They rushed a lot of it. I would have liked to see a little bit more Liv Morgan. I would have liked to see...
I know. I thought we were going to get... I was like... She started the match, and I was like, holy shit. Because, 1 and 2 is big, too. You got to be like, okay, they're putting more faith in me there. 3 and 4, But 1 and 2 is I was expecting more I was expecting to see way much more ring time for Liv Morgan, put it that way.
Yeah, and I guess they're putting in a lot of tag team matches, not very many one-on-one matches, but she's been doing a bit better. I would have liked to see her go a bit longer. You know, I'm not a big fan of hers, but I want her to try to win me over, and giving her the squash, or getting her squash like this, doesn't do her any favors. But I guess they were looking at the clock, and they had to move things forward, so they really made it about Bayley, Ruby Riott.
Yeah, they didn't give him much time.
Sasha. And, you know, Sasha and Ruby went at it, and ultimately Sasha pulled out the win. She was the last entrant, so it's a bit more believable. She was refreshed. I guess she was more rested. But, yeah.
Did you see what Liv Morgan put out on Twitter?
What did she put out on Twitter?
She claimed that when she sat on the ropes and stuck her blue tongue out, a fly went in her mouth. And she didn't get eliminated from the match. She survived.
Oh, she's a survivor.
She's a survivor.
She's a survivor, folks.
Like flies is the only thing that's been in her mouth.
So now, looking at the women's Money in the Bank match,
yeah,
we have our qualifications. We have Ember Moon, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Natalya. We have Lana, and we have Sasha Banks.
Lana is the best. Lana number one.
And Naomi. Sorry, I left Naomi out as well.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. But yeah, so a lot of ways they can go about this match. You know, you can give it to Ember Moon. She just came in, have her win it. I don't think that's the way they're going to go. Charlotte Flair does not need to win this match. Alexa Bliss could win this match and interfere in the Nia Jax and Ronda Rousey match. Becky Lynch and Charlotte also had a little confrontation backstage this week on SmackDown. And, you know, maybe they're going to be starting to push Becky back to the top. It could be cool to have her with the briefcase. Natalya, maybe she's going to hold on to it. And then after Ronda Rousey wins the title, Natalya cashes in and wins the title back off of Ronda, causing a feud between the two of them. You know, Lana, was she really going to win it? If she does, that's crazy.
Yeah, it'd be weird.
It would be weird, but I'm interested to see what they would do with it. Naomi, I don't know if she needs it, and Sasha Banks, I don't think she needs it, but I could see her maybe winning this. So there's lots of different things they could do.
My original pick was Alexa, thinking that it would kind of get tied into Nia and Ronda. I got to switch my pick, man. Right now, I'm like, I love Becky Lynch. I've always loved Becky Lynch, but that little hint and that little like internal feud between Charlotte and Becky that they showed on SmackDown last week, I have a feeling maybe she'll win it. And it'll kind of start the separation between the two of them so they can eventually feud. Maybe one of the two turn heel, who knows? But I could see Becky Lynch being a pretty cool like case carrier.
I think you're, again, thinking a little bit too much into it. They needed to put them on SmackDown. So they put them in a backstage interview, a segment, so they could be on TV. You're going to see next week, Naomi's going to be backstage talking to Lana, and they're going to say they're going to win. And they're going to be like, you know what? I think Lana's going to win because of the backstage segment they had.
No, I'm not saying because of the backstage segment. I'm saying that it would be, like you said, Ember's too new. Charlotte doesn't need it. Lana's not going to get it. Naomi, it's not her turn. She had her turn. Sasha Banks, fuck her. Bliss also had her turn. And then who does that leave?
I don't know if I'm as convinced that Lana could not win this match. I think it's almost like this is the only chance she could be a champion, believably.
True.
She's not going to win a match and be champion. It's going to be with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Similar to Carmella, right? No one really pegged her as being a champion back then, and even now. But at the same time, at least she had chance to build during that year while she had the briefcase and get credibility.
If Lana won, failed to cash in because of Aiden English, the breakup of Rusev Day.
Yeah, it could be. It could be something that they do as well, too. It's possible. Anything's possible. That's the exciting
I can't see
thing.
Lana winning, though. I can't.
Well, I think I put her up there before some other people, so we'll see. But that's interesting. So we do have the women's Money in the Bank match. It is set in stone. Same thing with the men's.
No. We still don't know what's happening with the New Day.
Well, you're right. The men's is set in stone. We know the New Day is going to be in it. We just don't know which member.
Big E.
Yeah, I think it's heavily rumored to be Big E. I hope it's Kofi. Actually, Big E's my last pick, but
I know, because you're a cocksucker.
He seems a bit heavier, slower, moving around.
Watch what you say about Big E.
Oh.
He seems a bit heavier.
Well, he's big.
Yeah, he's fucking huge.
He's enormous.
I got nothing else with E.
But we do have the other people who qualified, and two of those men are Braun Strowman and Finn Balor. And we saw a rematch between the two of them this week.
Face à face.
It ended Raw the week before. It kicked off Raw pretty much, more or less, this week. And it was a good matchup. And this week we saw Finn Balor getting the better of Braun Strowman, but WWE protected Braun. He didn't eat the pin. It looked like he was going to. He got the coup de grace. He was going for another one. Owens runs out. So again, they're just, I guess, buying time or building up to the feud for Money in the Bank, having all of the competitors and angles towards each other. KO got involved. That's pretty much as close as Balor's going to get at beating Braun, it seems, right now.
Yeah.
They're protecting him, it seems. So it looks like, oh yeah, he was definitely going to pin him, but he didn't pin him. So that's where we stand.
I think it's going to be hard to figure out who's going to win the men's Money in the Bank.
Yeah, it definitely is, because Braun Strowman, he doesn't need it, but
No.
he could just go up there and grab it and just walk around with this small thing. It'd be funny. Balor, he might do it. He might win it because, he wants that title back, but I don't think he needs it either. The Miz, are they going to really do the same thing again? Well, it would be, no pun intended, awesome. Rusev, I think fans want that. Bobby Roode, please God, no. If anybody wants, that meme of Michael from The Office where it's like, no, no, no.
Yeah,
that's Bobby Roode for me. KO would be awesome. Samoa Joe, I think it could very well be Samoa Joe.
Yeah. I don't know.
Definitely not going to be Big E. And that's the thing, though. You look at it. Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, The Miz, Rusev, Bobby Roode, Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, Big E.
Could literally be everyone.
Big E, really?
Yeah,
Does he really fit into this? Does he really fit into this?
Kofi doesn't.
Cesaro would have. Sheamus would have.
No. Neither of them would have either.
I don't think... Hey, you're right. I agree. All of the New Day is kind of confusing to put them in there, but I guess that's what's going to make it fun.
It's going to make it fun.
It's going to make it fun.
Yeah.
One segment that wasn't fun for me.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
This is the one I was going to bring up.
Nia Jax with, I guess, Jobber showing off her, you can't get me in the armbar. You can't get me. I am unstoppable. Look, I'll lift you up and I'll slam you. So, I was already jumping on social media and saying, well, look, didn't Nia Jax tap out to Asuka not a couple months ago, right before WrestleMania, where she broke down and she cried afterwards?
Like a bitch?
Yeah, she did. So
like a bully? Oh,
I
no,
think
she
the armbar is possible, unless you've really been training.
Armbar!
And we know that's where, I guess, Ronda Rousey's going to aim for the arm. Maybe she'll pull out something new out of her arsenal. But, it's basically the build-up. And I think the most confusing thing here for a lot of people is the fact that Nia Jax went to WrestleMania fighting bullies and being a bully.
And everybody's pointing that out.
Right. And now, well, she's not directly making fun of her, but in a sense, she kind of is starting to go in that direction and almost coming off as a bully. So it's kind of like, well, they flipped the switch back on being a heel. It's kind of ridiculous that her whole WrestleMania moment was based around no bullying, and now she's a bully.
Makes no sense.
But I'm all about Nia being a heel. I think she should be a heel more than a face.
Yeah.
But it just kind of makes the whole WrestleMania storyline a bit ridiculous.
It's the timing of it.
Yeah, that's it. The timing, yeah.
The timing was poor. Poor.
But this one thing to check out for this, folks, is this is just going to be Ronda's first one-on-one match. She's not going to have Stephanie, Triple H, Kurt Angle. It's going to be one-on-one. So we're going to see what happens. I'm guessing it's not going to be too long of a match, but regardless, it's going to be interesting. And I'm excited to see how she does one-on-one.
Do you think it's going to be a train wreck?
No, I don't think it'll be long.
It's going to be short.
I think it'll be short.
Nia Jax doesn't really do long matches anyways.
She can lumber around, and she can have some matches with... She's had decent matches in NXT, actually.
Did she?
Asuka, yeah. She's had some matches that were a bit longer. She's not too bad, but it's more the case that you have her with somebody she's going to have to carry, or she might not have to carry. Who knows?
Well, Ronda's not going to carry her. Well, actually, if anybody could carry her, it's Ronda.
Oh, you're a bully now. I'll get Nia Jax to stick around you.
Yeah, no. Yeah, well, Nia Jax would be my friend because she's a bully too, right?
Just like Bully Ray, who's not our friend.
Not our friends.
Not that friend.
And if you're listening, what's up, Bully Ray?
He's not listening.
Of course he's not.
So we saw Drew McIntyre this week. He took on Chad Gable. He looked like $1 million.
Ooh, got a crush?
I do have a bit of a man crush on him, I guess. If I don't, but if I guess there was anybody in the roster who I thought was handsome and chiseled.
Oh, chiseled across the line.
Man's
here.
a stallion.
That's not helping.
Built like it. Not the body part that we want that counts.
You're like Triple H, man. You're just burying.
I'm burying myself.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he had a great match with Gable. Don't know what's going to happen with Gable afterwards. I think he'll get paired back with Jason Jordan, and they'll put American Alpha back together. McIntyre looked great. His Claymore was sick this week. I hope he still does the Future Shock DDT from time to time. And I am still a bit salty that they're not using his NXT music. I tweeted Road Dogg and Triple H. I'm trying to get them to change it. So, folks, I'm working on it. I am working on it.
We got y'all back.
We got it. It will be back. We lost Broken Dreams. We don't want to lose the NXT theme.
I'm that chiseled stallion.
All right, I got to ask you a question here. Okay,
Uh-oh.
So we saw Seth Rollins. Okay, he was in his IC title match, but then afterwards, Elias attacked him with a guitar, and he fell off the stage afterwards.
He jumped off the stage.
Well, yeah, I guess it hurt him. He's like, "Oh, I don't want to live anymore. Splinters. I hate taking splinters out."
The G-string.
And so my question is, does this mean Elias versus Seth for the IC title? Is it going to be the next feud? Is it going to be just a footnote? Maybe it'll just be a Money in the Bank match? Or will Elias actually be the one to dethrone the Slayer of Kings?
No chance he's dethroning him. Seth is going to have a hell of a run with this. Like, long run.
Or they're seeing how much money's in this guy, and they're like, you know what? Give the title to Elias, and let's push him back into the Universal Championship picture.
Seth?
Yeah.
No, that picture is like, they don't even have the corner of the Universal title picture painted yet. Like, what is going on? We'll get to that, but I can't see Seth giving up that IC Championship anytime soon. The thing with Elias is, when's the last time he fought on a pay-per-view?
Yeah, he comes out and plays the guitar, right?
Did he fight at Backlash? Because he didn't fight at GRR. He didn't fight at WrestleMania. So we're going all the way back to April.
Well, he's been feuding with Bobby Roode for quite some time.
Yeah, but not on pay-per-view.
No, I know. It's just week after week we got Bobby Roode.
So I think this is a way to get Elias. I think he's going to have a match of Money in the Bank.
I think so, for the IC title. And I guess, Seth Rollins will win.
For sure.
You don't know, but who knows? Maybe they will have Elias win it, but I hope not. I hope Seth Rollins does hold on to it for quite some time.
It would be cool if Diener came back.
That could be it.
It's
You
too
know what?
soon. Money in the Bank would be too
Dean
soon.
could be the one who comes back and has that match with him.
Money in the Bank would be too soon for Diener.
I think Dean is going to have that heel turn when he comes back on Seth to be like,
He's got it.
You cost me my injury, you cost me WrestleMania, because they played on, like, when he dove out the ring, Seth is in the way, and he hit his elbow, and he's like, damn, even though he's already injured.
Yeah, he's got a full beard now. We saw him at Vegas.
So we didn't go to Vegas. We were watching the Vegas Golden Knights take on the Washington Capitals.
You know they were riding on the Zambonis.
Yeah, of course.
She was on one, he was on the other.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It was horrible.
Is that kind of lame, I guess?
Yeah, it's as lame as it gets.
Yeah, it's pretty lame.
First of all, like in Montreal, they put like sick kids or...
Well, she's Canadian, right? So I guess she gets a pass?
No, she's not a sick kid. It's like they literally put like 2 celebrities on it. Like it should be a cooler moment, especially like game 1. Or was it game 2? Yeah, it was game 2 of like Stanley Cup Finals. And for all you Americans listening, that's hockey.
Well, it's American teams in it right now, so I'm sure a lot of Americans might be watching it. Vegas, it's a new franchise, very successful. They're having a very successful year. I'm going for Washington and Ovechkin now. So
fuck Ovechkin.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, well, we mentioned the Universal title picture. What the hell is going on with that?
I don't know. I don't think it's being defended at Money in the Bank. No one's talking about it.
No Roman on Raw.
No Roman on Raw this week, which I didn't even notice, which was funny because
Me too.
I guess you just usually think he's going to be there, and then when he's not there, I guess he's that forgettable.
And I don't care what anybody says. I didn't see one mention of anybody noticing on my timeline. And everyone's like, "Oh yeah, I noticed that Roman wasn't there." No. You didn't notice. Even Roman fans probably didn't notice.
No, I saw forum. It was like, "Where was Roman?" Or why did Roman miss Raw? And I was like, "Oh yeah, he missed Raw. Crap."
Yeah, like days after.
Yeah. And it didn't even give a clear explanation. So no one knows why he did. But maybe he just had the week off. Or they were selling, the chair beatdown that he got from Jinder Mahal.
Maybe, but you would have thought they would have said, like, the chair beatdown was so bad that he couldn't be on Raw.
Maybe they did and we missed it. If we did, folks, let us know. I mean, did they mention Roman Reigns on Raw?
No one's going to let us know.
I don't know. No one's going to let us know.
No one's going to let us know.
No one cares.
Question for you. Did the segment with Lashley and Zayn make up for the poo-poo from the week before?
Not really. Just their segments haven't been great. And going back to the start, all this is Sami Zayn being fed to Bobby Lashley to make him look strong.
I don't
think
think
it's going to
happen.
And it's happening at Money in the Bank. Watch. It'll be one of the matches. It's not going to be a long match. Oh, it might be a decent, it's not going to be a short match, but definitely Lashley's going to win this. The whole point of this feud is to give Lashley something to make him look credible, and also give Sami Zayn something at the same time because he hasn't had a program at this moment. Him and KO aren't really.
Yeah, I was just about to say
they're not really together.
They're not together at all. Like that happened out of nowhere.
Yeah,
like, it was like a smack. There was no this whole like get back together friendship had no payout. So I mean, it's on the back burner obviously. So I don't know.
But I mean, I think these guys are gonna fight forever, right? I mean, they're together one week, they have animosity the next week, then they're back on the same page, and they're like, so I mean, it kind of is a story of the two. They're all working on different things right now. KO's moving to the Money in the Bank match. I guess Sami Zayn's gonna do his own thing. They should still kind of be in each other's, segments. But I guess what would you be having a 2-1 beatdown? Who's gonna run out? Then it's a tag team match. So I guess they're following a recipe. But for me, the segment, he came out, gave a half-ass apology. Bobby came out. And I wasn't too impressed with what he had to say. And then, what I expected. And it's only going to lead to what I expect. So
yeah, it's crap.
It is. I'm not enjoying the Lashley. I don't get Lashley. I'm not a Lashley bandwagoner.
No, and I think we should just ban him from the show.
Banned? Is he banned?
He's fucking banned.
Lashley's banned.
You're banned.
That's it.
Lashley, until you make it up for it to us and the rest of the Talkamaniacs, you're fucking banned, man.
All right, I'm going to tell you who's not banned. And not only are they not banned, they are VIPs on Talkamania. And we're talking about the B team.
I think it's BIPs.
Oh.
I loved it.
I thought it was fantastic. It's funny because you look at all these segments that WWE's had with food fights. They love food fights.
They love them.
The Thanksgiving stuff in the backstage, but this time it was in the ring. When Bo had those beans on his head, it must have been so nasty, like just running down his face, and he's just like, ugh. Yeah, but it was great.
Rhino was great in it too.
You see the guy from the Revival had the wiener, and he's like wagging the wiener.
Oh, the crowd was going nuts. That might have been the best thing the Rival's done on main roster.
But they're kind of on NXT sometimes as well too, right? But
yeah, they just dropped him back, yeah.
Yeah. So they're going to be having a match, I think it was next week, and it's going to be, I don't know if it's elimination. I think it is a Battle Royale. And the winners are the number one contenders. And a B team, I think, is obviously going to win this.
Who's the Raw? Oh, the Eater of Words? The Eater of Words. The Deleter of Worlds?
The Leader of Worlds, yeah.
Yeah.
And they could be doing so much more with those guys as well, too. They just come out and win a match every week. And
yeah,
and they have a pretty, unique finisher, and that's about it. But, no segments. They should be doing some bizarre stuff. They did that fight on the Hardy compound. And since then, do more of that stuff. Do something.
Yeah.
Kidnap people. Start kidnapping people week by week.
Week by week, or even one a month, and just have it. Anyways, you know what I will give them credit for? Matt Hardy, when he comes out for his entrance, he nails that lip sync. Because he's not actually talking. It's his music, but he nails it. Like Seth Rollins, I love him, but he cannot nail the cues in his song. I thought it was maybe just a delay. No, even live he can't do it.
Maybe it's just a Seth Rollins thing. I think everybody else is nailing their cues.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he's a bit slow.
But B team, I'm all for the B team.
Yep. I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, I want to see. Is it going to be a complete squash though? You're going to have the Leader of Worlds versus the B team, who are, and their T-shirts too. It's just markered B on their shirt.
It's awesome.
Super loose and baggy.
It was like our original Talkamania logo, where I just wrote it on loose leaf.
I'm actually wearing an original Talkamania shirt. You can't even get these in stores, folks.
Yeah,
they're pretty.
They're okay.
They're classic. It's vintage.
They're classic, yeah.
Vintage. All right, moving on to SmackDown. We were talking earlier about Money in the Bank and how the New Day is going to be qualified. We don't know who's going to go. They took on the Bar this week with The Miz, but the reason I want to talk about this was I thought there was a really entertaining backstage segment. A lot of people liked it, a lot of interesting gifs. It was pretty cool when you had Miz and he had that bandana on his face and he was karate chopping the pancakes as they were throwing.
It was friggin' awesome.
I thought it was great. It's doing really good. The gif at least looks good.
Maybe the GIF looked good, but I was watching and he was like, miss. Maybe he got 4 in a row and that was the whole GIF, but...
Maybe that was it. They took the best part of the GIF. I got gift.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Miz's show.
Oh, the Miz and Mrs.?
Yeah, and it's on USA Network, which I'm a little bit disappointed. I hope Kevin Dunn's involved in it. And I know you guys don't like Kevin Dunn, but I love him. Because Total Bellas and Total Divas, fucking...
Right, but Total Bellas, the ratings have gone down week after week.
Yeah, whatever.
But this week, we're hearing that Cena and Bella
fake
are
news.
back together. So
that might be real. Yeah. But the ratings thing's fake news.
Yeah.
Get
fake news?
Donald on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Alternative facts.
I'll have to listen to Fox News. They got it.
That's right. Well, the WB's going to Fox, right?
Oh my God. That's scary.
All
All right. So one thing I also think I wasn't too fond of this week. We have Nakamura. He's taking on Ty Dillinger. Now I'm super happy for Ty. He's got a match. Not only a match, he's got a match against Nakamura.
I enjoyed it.
Well, obviously the match itself was decent.
Yeah.
Ty's had a different look. He cut his hair, but it was kind of. No, I wouldn't say exactly a squash match, but we knew
that was not a squash match.
We knew Dillinger was going to lose this
obviously,
match, right?
But that was not a squash match.
But for me, it was really lame. Obviously, we knew he was going to come out and he's going to knock him out and count to 10.
That was shit.
Yeah, but backstage segment where he's walking with the numbers.
Yeah,
I know you said you had missed this.
Yes, it did.
But he's walking with numbers. They're marked 1 to 10, and he's going 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's walking, throwing them down, and then he rips the 10. It was super cheesy. I can't believe that. Would Nakamura go and print these out in a printer somewhere?
Sorry, no speak English.
Listen, the guy can count to 10 in English. It's pretty impressive.
I can count to 10 in Japanese.
Well, and the other day when you told me that, you thought I was supposed to think that was impressive, right?
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
How
Anyways,
many people can count to 10 in Japanese? Not too many.
Ichiban. Is that number 1?
That means number 1, yeah.
And there you go. Well, there you go.
But, I get it. I'm thinking too much into it. He's having fun. He's got the numbers. He's throwing them around. Whatever. I guess it's not that big of a deal. But I just wasn't happy, I guess, with the stipulation. Another last man standing match.
Well, I like last man standing matches.
I guess so. But I thought I wanted something more unique. I wanted that hair versus hair match.
Yeah, but hair versus hair isn't a stipulation. It's putting something on the line.
Your hair.
Yes, I know. Your hair. You're putting it on the line.
You're putting the title in line, and you're putting your hair.
Not a gimmick match.
It's double duty there, man.
Yeah, but it's not like it would just be a regular match, just your hair and the championship. But I liked the Ty Dillinger. I really, really did, and I thought it was somewhat of not a coming out party, but hey, I'm still here. I'm still relevant. The crowd was behind it for a match that was usually considered filler. Every single punch he threw, they were cheering Ty and booing Nakamura, and I think that's perfect.
I guess that's what they're setting out to do. Ty Dillinger seems to have a special place in the heart of the fans, so they're always happy to see him. They give him something to chant. They like to say 10, like to say 10. And I guess it was exciting for them, and I hope to see more Ty Dillinger on SmackDown.
The best thing about Ty Dillinger is that sexy voice of the girl saying 10. 10. It's nice.
It's pretty sexy.
It's pretty sexy. Yeah. As sexy or sexier than the chiseled stallion, Drew McIntyre.
The chiseled stallion might be taking the cake on this one.
So we got to move on.
All right, moving on to something a little bit less awkward, but it's still awkward. The dance-off between Lana and Naomi. Now, this was...
It was not awkward, dude. Okay, no, it got awkward.
Yeah, it got awkward. So again,
Lana kicked her ass.
Well, she used to be a dancer, like a backup dancer.
Yeah, but Naomi's also that.
But Naomi's more of a do groove, kind of to a rhythm, and she was pop and locking and breakdancing, and Naomi was just twerking, and Lana twerked too. So it was yeah, Lana won. Yeah.
Lana won.
But then they go into that little hoedown after where you clearly saw that they really didn't know where to go from there.
I feel like Lana kind of started and Naomi was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Well, Lana kind of was what? And then they hooked legs or something. And
you never seen that dance before? That's regular dance though.
I don't know what was going on.
It's a thing. They didn't do well.
And then they go back to back and she has a neck breaker. I think that could have been done a little bit better. But it seems like they kind of fell off track anyways. But yeah, there we have it. Lana and Naomi dance off, went into a little bit of a heated exchange at the end. Teams were fighting. Maybe we'll see a mixed tag team match, 3-on-3 coming up.
Probably, maybe eventually, maybe on SmackDown.
Yeah.
No,
it would be SmackDown. It would be SmackDown.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, I completely forget now. Oh, did you watch Rusev's Instagram? Because he was Instagramming.
Oh no, I heard them saying that he was putting it on Instagram, but I didn't actually watch it.
It was good.
Was it?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
because you hear him saying different stuff.
He was saying stuff?
Yeah, Aiden English was talking to the camera. Yeah,
oh, yeah?
And so were the Usos.
Oh, that's cool. I'm going to have to check that out, folks. And make sure you check it out, too. Rusev had that on his Instagram, and it was funny. Speaking of Instagram, I read today The Undertaker is now on Instagram.
Yeah, that's
weird.
That's the ultimate buried 6 feet under, nail in the coffin to kayfabe.
Unless he starts putting pictures of dead roadkill on it, or like coffins and sadistic morbid photos?
No, still death of the kayfabe.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can let the guy have Instagram. He's probably
No.
like, I'm not
No,
allowed
if
to
he's
have
re-
it because I'm old, and
If he was retired.
I want the Twitter.
No, but he's gone his entire life. Not really, like, it's pretty rare to see an on or out of character Undertaker picture.
Very, very rare.
Like, you can Google image it, and there's hundreds, but there's hundreds of thousands of every other wrestler. You know what I mean? So,
right. And I got to give him credit for being able to stay in character all the time.
well, he's fucking
before
dead,
he's
dude. So
That's true. But yeah. So speaking of dead, the tag team titles on SmackDown. What do you got?
your segues are next level, man. Well done. It's like we didn't even plan any of this shit. I don't know how you're pulling this up, but
Well, you kill my segues when you call out my segues. Just let them be natural and let the fans enjoy them.
yeah.
But yeah, tag team division, it's dead. We have the Bludgeon Brothers who keep showing up on backstage segments with their hammers, their Mario Brother flying hammers. They hit the screen every
They're
week.
big foam pads.
And then you have the number one contenders talking in a backstage segment too, the Good Brothers, and it's like the tag team titles since the Bludgeon Brothers have won it have just been so not present and not represented
They're the champions?
on SmackDown. Yeah, Bludgeon Brothers are the champion.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Exactly. There you go.
I may have known, but
we
I'd
forgot.
forgotten.
That's
Yeah.
it because they're barely in the show. It's ridiculous.
That's a shame.
And I was watching Up, Up, Down, Down. They played a game this week, and I forget who everybody was playing, but I know Seth Rollins was there, and Luke Harper was there too, and he's playing video games, laughing and stuff. And it's like, it's funny that WWE just like lets him do. I mean, it's kind of cool because you see him out of character playing games, but it's like, really, you hit Xavier Woods with a hammer, and now you're playing video games with him.
That motherfucking curtain call, Madison Square. Those, what were they, 5 bastards?
Oh, come on. You can't say that's what caused this. Like, that happened years and years and years ago.
That was the beginning of the death of kayfabe.
Yeah, but there's nothing that happened after that for a very long time. And it was bound to happen, and in today's day and age, it would have happened anyways. If it wasn't the curtain call, it would have happened anyways.
Still. I'm bitter.
Be bitter. Are you bitter about Cien Almas having a...
I'm calling out the segue again.
Well, I know you're a fan of Cien Almas.
I love him.
And
I think it's because I like her.
We're frustrated. We're Selena?
Oh,
Selena?
God.
Selena?
Yeah, Savio Vega's sister.
Right. And, I don't know if you saw this, Gavin. Before we go any further, there was a match between the Dudley Boys and Zelina before she came to the WWE. And they do the was up headbutt off the top rope.
Onto her?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, let's not talk about Bully Ray anymore in the podcast. I'll let it slide this time.
It's Devon that's the main point here, so we'll talk about Devon.
So he went face to vagina?
And not only that, he stays there and starts moving his head around, and she starts wailing like, and it's on video. It's very weird. It's clearly.
I remember this.
This wasn't in WWE.
Oh.
This was before she came in, like in another organization. And you can look the video. It's online. He's going down on her basically. She's throwing her arms left and right. She's having a good time. It's very kind of disturbing because he's old and she's young, but good for him.
Yeah,
because it might have been pretty tasty.
Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Selena Vega is hot, and her Hurricane Rana. That's hard to say. Her Hurricane Rana
is nice.
It's sweet.
It is sweet.
Yeah. They don't do them like her anymore. Hurricane Ranas suck lately.
Yeah, it seems like I like the standing ones that people used to do. They just used to like jump and stand instead of like having to do it off the ropes or.
Yeah. It is what it is. But Cien Almas talking to Sin Cara.
Yeah, so it looks like we've had week after week, we've been having him fight jobbers, but now it looks like he's going to be fighting Sin Cara. And people are like, oh, another person who speaks Spanish. Don't you think they get along? But no. But this isn't new, folks.
Oh, they were mad at each other?
No, Alberto Del Rio did this to Rey Mysterio, and Eddie Guerrero did this to Rey Mysterio. Like, they've always had that, like, when they come in, or I wouldn't even say Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero, but when somebody comes in, they always have them who are Spanish or from Mexican descent. They'll have them feud with another person from Spanish or Mexican descent. A little bit. They put them together. But it could be cool. They might put in a good match. And I guess it's good for Sin Cara because he hasn't been in a program for quite some time.
There's a reason for it.
Maybe they will have a good pairing.
No. Sin Cara versus Almas is...
It might be good.
No.
It might be good. First of all, there's...
Sin Cara's like a botch artist.
There was 2 Sin Caras, right? And he's not the original Sin Cara?
Yeah, they're both
They're both botch artists.
Yeah.
I know, but still.
Like, I'm pretty sure they're the same guy. Bullshit.
They're
There's another.
clones.
They're like, no, the botch guy's gone. I swear to God, he's gone.
Yeah,
Bringing in a
maybe.
new guy, he's just as shit.
Remember that wrestling match? I don't even remember, but he wrestled and like he broke his finger, and he's like holding up his hand, and his finger's like bent backwards. He
Ew.
keeps trying to like end the match because of his finger.
And they're like, no, fuck you, Sin Cara. You're gonna finish your shit.
Pop it back into place. Keep
Bocce.
going. Yeah. So we had another segment this week. Okay, so Asuka versus Mandy Rose, and I was interested in this one. And we were talking about Mandy Rose a bit earlier, and how she's basically the Emelina of the WWE.
I miss her.
And I thought she was going to get destroyed by Asuka, but she actually held her own pretty well. So I'll give it to Mandy. She's getting better in the ring. She's putting on a decent performance.
That's like the second time you've given props to Mandy Rose.
Well,
Maybe third.
Was the entrance was what I gave her props?
No, not today. Just like in our discussions.
I'm not too huge a fan of Mandy Rose still. I don't like everybody. I don't like the typical like blonde. I'm not gonna say bimbo, but like
We know this.
I've been talking about this before. Having all the divas coming out, having the blonde
Mike
hair.
hates
looking like
blonde women.
models.
He hates
I
them.
love blonde women. I think they're very sexy, but maybe because I objectify them a bit more than I do other women.
Don't admit to objectifying women.
I'm not objectifying
Jesus
them.
Christ,
But
Des.
you know, they got bleach blonde hair, they're Barbies, they got the implants, they got like the perfect body.
Yeah.
And you know, you have like Bailey, you know, you have Sasha, you have Asuka, you have Carmella. They all have different like body types. And I find like you have this blonde with the same boobs, the same butt, the same hair
She's like a
extensions.
Trish Stratus body.
She kind of, well, I find she kind of has a Trish Stratus look. I'll definitely agree with that.
I like it.
But anyway, so she put on a decent performance this week. Asuka picked up the win. Carmella was on the mic.
Carmella?
Carmella was on the mic.
Carmelo Anthony?
Carmella, was on the announce booth table, giving her feedback, and it wasn't too great. Wasn't too impressed with her performance on that. It was just kind of her selling herself, but it was really lame.
She's tired.
She's just doing the typical heel stuff, but it's almost unbelievable. I want something more unique. What sets her aside from everybody else? So it makes me going into this title match being, is Asuka really going to win this match? Maybe they're already going to take it off Carmella because they're seeing that they don't really have a direction for her. Maybe they're going to fast forward and give it to Asuka. I still think it's going to be like a count out or DQ or something, just because of the build up. Like they just stand in the ring and stare at each other. There isn't really too much going on other than that.
It's going to be an interesting match.
It will be. It's going to be interesting to see how Carmella survives, which I guess she will.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to go. That's Money in the Bank?
That's Money in the Bank. They weren't fighting. And our last segment from SmackDown talking about Money in the Bank. So we had Samoa Joe versus Daniel Bryan, right? That was the whole matchup for this week. Winner goes into the last spot. Another last chance match. However, surprise, surprise, Big Cass is back and thrown into the mix into a triple threat.
Yeah.
So the match itself, you know, decent, back and forth between everybody else. Daniel Bryan looks like he's going to pick up the win. And then Samoa Joe chokes out Daniel Bryan for the final spot in the Money in the Bank.
Yeah, he choked him out the way that he should have choked out Roman Reigns.
Pretty much, yeah. That's exactly
Backlash.
kind of how it went.
You know, I thought that they were, when he lifted his arm and dropped it, I got really excited that they were going to do like 3 lifts. And they didn't.
No, I
Just
know,
the
just
one
the
lift.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting. I actually noticed that too, because they used to do the 3 drops.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And I guess maybe they clearly knew. Maybe,
Like the Ultimate Warrior are pumping himself back up, you know?
Maybe because he's delicate Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan.
Yo, he smashed his head, at one point.
Yeah, he did. What was it again?
It was like it wasn't even like a big spot. They were like on the apron, or Samoa Joe had him, and then Cass like booted Samoa Joe, and just the way Daniel Bryan fell, he kind of looked up and grabbed his head, and that's when the ref, like, you know, when he puts his hand in there, what do you call that? Like knockout check? When the ref makes him squeeze his finger or pulls his finger, he's got to fart. What's he got to do?
I guess he's checking for gas and checking for signs of life.
Checking for gas.
But yeah, delicate Daniel Bryan. Some are saying that he's not being put in the Money in the Bank match because of, I guess, higher risk of injury, higher risk of a concussion. And hell, he's having that feud with Cass right now. And what I'm seeing, Extreme Rules, they're actually advertising Daniel Bryan versus Cass.
Ooh.
That's a month away. That's Money in the Bank and then Extreme Rules. So that means he'll be feuding with Big Cass for the next 2 months, folks. That's
Okay.
a letdown. I don't like this. And you know that at some point that Cass is going to pick up a win over Daniel Bryan too.
He's already beaten him.
No, I don't think
He
so.
didn't?
No, he hasn't picked up a win over him yet.
Yeah,
No.
whatever. I'm okay with that. I feel like Daniel Bryan's already lost cleanly, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Well,
he lost to
Samoa
Rusev.
Joe,
He lost to Rusev. Right.
Yeah, I'm cool with this.
So is that WWE playing God, or is that him getting back now, or is that him being? I guess he's just a smaller guy, right? So
I honestly, I think it's just him being back in the WWE. as a main guy. Like, not a main guy, just like a regular wrestler. And that's probably what he wants.
It's funny because when he comes out now, he wears his underwear instead of his suit, and it's like he wears like his underwear and a t-shirt.
I know, it looks like he's got no pants on. I know, Bo Dallas the entire time at the barbecue, I'm like, Bo, where's your underwear?
I love it though.
Yeah.
But we got Samoa Joe in the Money in the Bank match now. Daniel Bryan and Cass are going on to other things. But there you go. You have your men's set, except for the New Day, which we don't know who's going in there yet.
Biggie. We got to talk about Enzo's rap.
Do we?
Well, we have probably an unpopular opinion. I liked it.
You have an unpopular opinion.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, I liked it.
No, I don't.
Like,
I think it's garbage. I think because he doesn't.
No, it's garbage. Like, don't get me wrong. It's
doesn't have
garbage.
any timing. His voice is scratchy. He doesn't make it. It's I don't know, man. And then he's really like he's just taking it to the girl. The stuff he's saying, like if he really wanted to ever get back with the WWE, going with the lyrics and message that he was sending, it wasn't the way to do it. But you know what? I'm all okay for that because I don't want him back in the WWE. So
you could do anything and get back in the WWE.
Oh, unless you're China.
Well, she's dead, so she can't go back to the WWE.
That's not what I meant.
Yeah, well, I mean, she might be the exception, but I bet you if she wasn't, if she was still with us,
she would eventually
have
came back. Yeah,
So.
for sure. They're starting to acknowledge her a little bit now, but yes.
But no, it was not good. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't good. I know, but I still like enjoyed watching it. That's what I mean. I was like, this is horrible, but I didn't stop watching.
I don't know what he was saying half the time. He goes like fast, slow, his rhythm, it's like it's all over the place.
Yeah, he had like these really long periods of rhyming, like these really long like lawyer words. And he just never changed his flow up. And it was like so bad that it was kind of good. Like I feel like we're going to forever remember that and we're going to forever make fun of it. So like that's why I liked it.
Sure. I mean, you know, if he's going on to do other things and staying away from professional wrestling, then by all means go for it. But
he had a pretty good he appeared in Times Square and he had a pretty good response from the fans.
Of course, people do like him, and I'm sure people are like, Enzo, you've been cleared and you're amazing and screw the haters and stuff. And I don't know, you know, I still haven't changed my outlook on it. I still don't fully think that he's in the clear, in the right or the wrong. You know, I think the girl itself who pressed charges is a bit unstable and kind of, you know, shot herself in the foot with just kind of being the way she is. But at the same time, I'm sure she went in there looking for a good time, and then things might have got out of hand, and then, you know, she just wanted to exploit. Who knows? Either way, the guy's a scumbag in my eyes, just based on his personality, the stories.
Well, I think he's like, I think he's a proud to be scumbag.
Maybe that's it. And you can't tell me. I mean, I don't have. I can't say he's not a coke fiend, but this guy, he seems like he definitely is a coke fiend.
Well, put it this way:
from the stories I've heard,
he was giving out T-shirts in Times Square. He was like throwing them out left, right, and center, and I gifted. And I was gonna try and tie it into ProWrestlingTees.com and Talkamania merch, and I knew that it just wouldn't have gone over well. So I stopped myself. I censored myself on it.
Good.
Yeah.
We don't need him.
I was like sitting on that like tweet button for like a good like 3 or 4 minutes. Like, yeah, but is it controversial enough to be good, or is it just gonna be like one of those dead tweets that sits there, no likes, no retweets, and then ultimately deleted 25 minutes after you post it?
Shh! Don't tell people we do that.
Yeah. Shh.
So before we wrap things up this week, folks, I just wanted to make one more note.
I gotta say something. Did you go from Enzo rap to wrap things up?
Yeah.
On purpose?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Sorry, I gotta get in your case.
I guess Enzo just makes me want to throw up, so before I do here all over the table, I want to wrap things up, right?
Gotcha.
To wrap things up in a more efficient way than Enzo would rap, I just want to talk about one thing this week, and that's 205 Live.
Ooh.
Sometimes I touch on it a little bit, and I also touched on 205 Live.
Yeah, I was like, where are you going here?
But a matchup
we already talked about Drew Mack.
A matchup I've been looking forward to seeing. Buddy Murphy versus Cedric Alexander on 205 Live, folks. If you haven't seen this match, check it out. It was great. 205 Live gets 1 hour, and it doesn't get enough credit. People crap on it a lot. They don't stick around because it's after the show. However, folks, check it out. There's been some great matches, and this one does not let down. I won't spoil it for you. You might know because you read on the internet. You might not care enough about 205 to read on the internet, and that way you will be surprised. But check it out. Really cool. Buddy Murphy, it's Alexa Bliss's fiance, and Cedric Alexander going 1-on-1 for the 205 Live Cruiserweight title.
You could just call it Neville's title.
And was this match on the Neville level? Well, you guys will have to check it out and say.
Buddy Murphy is fucking awesome.
He is. He's great.
Yeah.
He's $1 million, and he'll make it on the main roster eventually. But it's great to see him getting some camera time, getting some matchups, and seeing what he can do. Really good match, guys. Check it out. I encourage you to.
Righto. So that's gonna wrap up another episode of Talkamania. This was cool. I'd like to do this more often, face to face.
As long as you don't keep playing footsie under the table with me, I'd be okay.
Dude,
it's been a bit awkward.
My legs, man.
Why do you think I got into the whole stallion talk? I mean, you aroused me a little bit too much.
Whoa. All right, guys. So again, before we let you go, this weekend. Actually, once we release this, it's going to be starting today. ProWrestlingTees.com. You buy 5 shirts, you get 25% off. Throw Talkamania's gear into those 5. Help support the podcast. We don't have a Patreon. We don't do any of that stuff. We just want to give you something for you supporting us.
We want to grow the Talkamaniacs. You're the Talkamaniacs. You help us grow. We need the support. We need the love. Be a Talkamaniac.
You post a picture, or you send us a picture of yourself with that shirt on. We're going to post you through our social media feeds, and we will plug whatever the hell you do. You help us. You help. What is it? I scratch your back. You scratch mine.
Will you scratch my back?
Ooh. Are you looking at me with those Drew Mac
No,
eyes?
but you keep touching me under the table.
Apart from that, guys, follow us on Twitter @_Talkamania, Instagram, Facebook. We're there. Podbean. You know where to find us. You know the drill. Hit us up on iTunes. Give us a 5-star rating. We haven't asked for that for a while. Hit us up. Until next week, J-Bomb's out. Say bye, Des.
Happy Rusev Day.
Suckers walk! Ugh.